With all the leaks that have happened recently, it's time to talk about the new shiny methods we're going to be able to do in Pokemon Scarlet Violet. So we're actually going to go into a couple of things that we know now on how to get shinies in the games when they finally come out, based off of things that we've been told and things we know already about the game officially. So again, guys, if you want to avoid some spoilers, they're only going to be minor spoilers about some of the mechanics that are available in the game. If you want to avoid those, please do head on out and have a good time. But if you want to stick around and hear about how you guys can get shinies in Pokemon Scarlet Violet, all the methods that are coming, we got some interesting things to talk about because there's a couple of new things as well as a couple of old things making a comeback into the games. So let's go through them and I'll try to explain everything as best I can. So first method is going to be the obvious one that's always there, and that's going to be regular encounters like this. Encountering Pokemon you do not know whether or not it's going to be shiny before you actually engage with it in battle, just like this, which is my actual old Snom guide. So that's kind of cool because I was actually just trying to showcase how to evolve a Snom at any time you want. And this happened. I just ended up getting a shiny Snom, which was my first shiny in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Very cool. And as you can see from earlier in the video, this is Pokemon Sword and Shield. You cannot see shinies in the overworld. You don't know if it's going to be shiny until you actually engage it. And there are Pokemon that you can see in the overworld, but there's also Pokemon in the grass. So you do not know that yet. This is going to be coming back in Pokemon Scarlet Violet. We don't know if you're going to be able to see shiny Pokemon in the overworld or not. Our leaker did not confirm that for us. All he said was maybe. So he doesn't know, and I guess that's normal. If he played through the game, he wasn't really shiny hunting, he didn't see a shiny in his playthrough. It's fairly regular. So we don't know if shinies are going to make a comeback in the overworld or not. It's fairly likely because of something else that is coming back in Pokemon Scarlet Violet. I'll talk all about that in a second, but it's important to know that regular encounters are going to be the full hardcore rates, okay? These are going to be the hard ones to try and get your hands on if you're going for these shiny. Hopefully the shiny charm will work this time, and we will be able to get increased odds for just finding them in the grass like this. Now, the reason I said that shiny overworld Pokemon are very likely to make a comeback in Scarlet Violet is because another feature that is familiar for everybody is making a comeback to Scarlet Violet too, and that's this! Outbreaks. I know, mass outbreaks are going to be in, according to our leaker. He has said that they are going to be in Pokemon Scarlet Violet, so that's kind of hype because these are the easiest way by far to legitimately get a shiny out of the game, and they can easily be manipulated too. We'll talk about that in a sec too. But this is a spicy one because, of course, Pokemon Legends Arceus was definitely a testing ground for Scarlet Violet in many ways, as every game before another game is for Pokemon. They always use each game as a testing ground for the next one. And this has tested a lot of new features. This came with a lot of new things. Shiny overworld Pokemon just out there. There was even a side quest to straight up give you a shiny Pokemon, which was the shiny Ponyta in there. And of course, outbreaks, which drastically increased the odds of you finding a shiny just regularly through playthroughs or just going through the outbreaks themselves. So that's extraordinarily hype. But another thing is also coming back. So as for outbreaks, this is the old Blaines over here with a haircut. As for outbreaks here, you guys are just going through all the Pokemon bit by bit. You'll be able to see them come up. You'll be able to change variations of how many you attack, kill, catch in different orders and so on, and different numbers and so on. You guys know you guys know the deal. So basically, you are able to change the odds you get a shiny very easily by interacting with the outbreaks very differently each time, even though it's the same outbreak. So you can easily just save before you engage in the outbreak. So in this particular outbreak, I was going for a shiny Haunter, and there it is. So you can easily get them. Now, this is another thing that's also coming back in Pokemon Scarlet Violet is alphas. Our leaker has confirmed we're going to be getting alphas back as well. So shiny alphas in sense. However, in Pokemon Scarlet Violet, they're not going to be called alphas. They're going to be called something else. We don't know yet. So either way, guys, outbreaks tied with an equivalent of alphas, which is possible that you're going to be able to transfer those alpha Pokemon from home into Pokemon Scarlet Violet and have them adjust for whatever the mechanic is in Pokemon Scarlet Violet. I think that's very likely. But yes, outbreaks just like this are going to make a big comeback, and it's going to be making it so much easier to get your shinies out of them too. That's going to bring us to our next method, which was this, which I did a couple of videos on. Most recently, I did a new video on a highly recently updated and streamlined method is to manipulate outbreaks, so you can control getting the shiny. So as I was saying, you can control whether or not you get a shiny. However, in the normal playing sense, you don't know where the shiny is going to be, but you can manipulate the different odds by either catching a single Pokemon or a different number of Pokemon, or attacking a number of Pokemon all at the same time, or so on, and making them disappear. So we now have obviously software that can do that and manipulate that and tell you where your shiny is very, very easily. So you can control the outbreak completely and manipulate getting that shiny out by just doing the right path, by doing the right engagements at the right positions and all that same thing. And this is going to be making a comeback in Pokemon Scarlet Violet, 100%, guys. There's no way a Pokemon game is just going to come out suddenly and it's not going to be able to be manipulated like this. So it looks like for Pokemon Scarlet Violet, we're going to have a very, very easy time with getting shinies. It's going to take a little while for all the systems to be up and running after the game comes out, because of course all the testing and all the refining needs to happen first. However, a lot of the hard work is done. The bots are all out there. It's been done once already for Pokemon Legends Arceus. They're just going to redo it again for Scarlet Violet and just implement it for the new game. That's what it's going to be. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to make it extraordinarily easy for everyone to get their shinies in that game. Next one I want to talk about is hatching. Okay, so a lot of people used hatching methods for Pokemon games all the way up until now to get their shinies. Some people still do. Pokemon Sword and Shield made it pretty nice to be able to do that. You had the Masuda method and all that. You had the shiny charm, and it was just conveniently located daycares, and you just cycle around in circles right outside the daycares. It looks like we're going to be getting hatching again in Pokemon Scarlet Violet, but it's not going to be done with daycares. There are no daycares in Scarlet Violet according to our leakers. However, eggs spawn differently, and all he said is they spawn in a picnic. Okay, that's what he said. They spawn in the picnic. So this is what raised my own theory about what the picnic method is going to be. And in my best theory about this, is very, very credible theory, is it's going to be very much like Pokemon Camp. Okay, you're gonna have an option that replaces Pokemon Camp here, which is where you go to camp and you cook curry and stuff. But instead of this, you're gonna be able to have a picnic. Okay, you're gonna be having a picnic with your Pokemon. Your Pokemon are gonna be wandering around just like this. Now, this again is my theory, folks, for what we've gotten from the leaker. All we've gotten from the leaker confirmed is that there's a new picnic mechanic by that name only, and that's where eggs come from, okay? And that there's no daycares. So my best theory is that we're gonna have something very, very like this, where you, as a player, are having a little picnic or whatever, and maybe you can do that with other people too, like you can with the camping, and your Pokemon are gonna be wandering around here, and then when you're all wrapped up, would you like to quit camping? It's going to give you a notification here that says, hey, there's an egg has been found or whatever. And you're going to be able to pick up your eggs like that. It's going to be a little slower than the daycare method to do it that way, but we'll see how it works exactly when Pokemon Scarlet Violet's finally out. So that looks like that's my best theory about what that mechanic is going to be, based off of the sound of the name, based off the fact that there's no daycares and there are still eggs in the game. That's all I can imagine that Pokemon's going to do. So if you guys think that's a good theory, let me know down below in the comments. If you guys have other theories as well, let me know. I'll just be curious to hear what other ideas are so I can start spinning some things in my brain here. But either way, guys, that's my best guess for that. You are probably going to be able to get shinies like that. Possibly going to be able to do Masuda method by going into a picnic with a Ditto. If Ditto is in fact in the game, I don't imagine they're going to leave him out. That'd be a bit weird for me. And guys, do stick around and drop that sub, because like with the other games, I'm going to be doing a Masuda Ditto Shiny 6 IV giveaway with Destiny Knot for everybody who wants to do their own Masuda methods like I did before. Very, very popular giveaways, so you guys can get your hands on the foreign Ditto to be able to breed shinies as quick as possible. Finally, guys, the last and probably the easiest shiny method is going to be what we've been doing in all the games so far, which is going to be our giveaways. Of course, we're going to keep going with our giveaways for Pokemon Scarlet Violet. Can't wait to get started on that. Pokemon Scarlet Violet is going to have by far the most Pokemon of any recent gens, new Pokemon. So we're going to have a lot to go through. As well, it's going to bring back all the old Pokemon, so we still got other major giveaways to do, like the Ditto giveaway I was talking about, like all the mythicals, and hopefully we're going to have some other mythicals that have not been included in Sword and Shield this time, like Meloetta, or you know, maybe some new shinies like Shiny Volcanion, or maybe Hoopa. Who knows? We'll see what they add in Pokemon Scarlet Violet, but I don't imagine it's going to be all the same mythicals. I'm hoping we get some other ones. So yes, giveaways are going to be coming back, and with a vengeance too. We're going to to be adding a lot of bots, so it's going to be much easier for everybody to get their hands on it. We're going to be over doubling, more than doubling the bots that we have. So stick around, enjoy those, because that's going to make it a lot easier. And I can't wait to just keep going with it. It's been great. You guys have been great. I can't wait to see what we can do with the giveaways in that next game. Anyway, guys, that's it for shiny hunting in Pokemon Scarlet Violet based off of everything we know so far, including some of the new information we've gotten from the leaker. What do you make of it? Do you think it's going to be nice and easy? I think Pokemon definitely trying to make shiny hunting in their games easier, more mainstream for people who cannot afford to spend all the same time that they used to have to in other old games to try and get their hands on a shiny. Especially with the introduction to the industry of people like me and other channels who do similar things. We're just making getting shiny so much easier for people who are willing to get their hands on it, and the Pokemon Company wants to try and catch up in that regard to make it easier legitimately for players who want to get them safely, their own way, or whatever. And of course, that's just the nature of it. That's just the evolution of the industry. It's the evolution of the gameplay. People have less time to just spend sitting down, riding around in circles, and they have more demand for what they want to expect from the games that they're paying money for. That's the way it's going these days. People and games are becoming much more casual with all of this. So it's interesting to see that they're finally adapting to this as well, and very, very quickly as well. However, we're going to still do what we do. They're going to do what they do. We're all going to be adapting on top of each other, and I can't wait to see what builds upon it in the next gen, and the gen after that, and the gen after that, and the gen after that. And if you guys want to be a part of that, definitely stick around with that sub, and I'll see you guys around in the next video. Till then, guys, bye!